Okay, so we just watched a movie clip. I know a bunch of you were asking me why we were watching the scene from Finding Nemo, and I said I would explain later. So we watched the clip, and now I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. We're going to do something similar to what we just did watching the clip, except that we're going to be in two groups. There's going to be group 1 and group 2. They're going to be divided pretty much evenly. Group 1 is going to go into the other room, and they are going to watch 3 video clips. They're very short clips. They're like a minute long. However, you can watch them as many times as you'd like in the 10 minutes that you have. You're going to take notes what the clips are about, and after your 10 minutes, you're going to come back, and group 2 is going to go in there, except group 2 will not have sound. I will not have the audio on, so you can only see the visual. They'll do the same thing. They'll watch the same 3 clips. They have 10 minutes to watch them without sound. They take notes, and then they come back. When group 1 is here, while group 2 is watching the videos, they are going to start mind mapping. You're going to pick one of the 3 clips that you did, and we're going to mind map. But we're going to go on a website this time. We're not going to do it by hand. We're going to be a little more creative. So there's a website called MindMeister, and I can set each of you up pretty quickly on there. And what you can do is you can do some basic mind mapping, which is all you're going to do. I went on and did Finding Nemo, the clip that we watched, and I said, Nemo gets lost. Nemo ends up in a fish tank. Nemo tries to escape with his friends. And Marvin, who is his dad, he's looking for Nemo. He meets Dory. Marvin and Dory try to find Nemo. Some sea turtles help him out, and a pelican tells Marvin where Nemo is. So I went onto that site and did just this basic mind map, which is what you're going to be doing. Now, there's more involved mind maps that I wanted to show you. If you want to be more creative, you can, where you can color it in, something like this. This is one that's about a book, I think. No, actually a movie. And I just wanted to read what this has because it might help you more than what I read. The center says, boy gets letter from dead mom. And then it branches off, best friend Troy, dead people don't lie, connections, artistic, find out his mom is mentally ill, deal with mom's illness, need someone to trust, who can you trust? So this is a brainstorm or a mind map for an entire movie, whereas you're just going to be doing a scene. But record as much of it as you can. And with your notes, you're going to take those notes and you're going to write 3 summaries of the 3 clips, what the clip was about. Both groups, even the ones that didn't get to hear the sound. I want them to try to write what they think was going on in those scenes, which obviously is going to be more difficult, but that's kind of the idea. After we do that, then we're going to do a quiz. You're going to have a quiz on the clips that you watched. And it's not a graded quiz, it's just for fun, but you will have to take that quiz and turn it into me so that I can see how you did, and because we're going to talk about it later, the differences between being able to hear the clips and not being able to hear the clips. You're going to go on Google Docs, which you all know, and you're going to write your summaries on there, your 3 summaries. Then you're going to allow me access to them so that I can see what you did before we switch. And then there'll be 3 different clips. Group 1 will hear it without the sound, and group 2 will get to hear it with the sound, and we'll do the same thing. And I believe that we may find that after going through the experience the first time, you pick up more when you've seen what happens and how difficult it is to record information from something that you can't hear. So I'm hoping that it heightens your listening and also your speaking skills, because you're going to stand up in front of the class and explain your mind maps. Everybody's going to do that, and that you will get graded on. Then after the second set of movies that you watch, you will turn in a final paragraph, a paragraph about how difficult it was, or not difficult, I guess you could say, the difference between being able to hear clips and not being able to hear clips. And I want you to make a good explanation, at least 4 sentences, a full paragraph. You can break it into 2 paragraphs if you want, but no less than 4 sentences. And I want you to put that on Google Docs, and that you will be graded on because you're going to talk about the comparison between the two. And I want to make sure that you understood what we did. Okay, now that you've both groups have finished all 6 clips, we're going to spend some time talking about the clips now that the work is all turned in. And each of you, as I said before, is going to come up and talk about your mind maps. You only just share one. And feel free to share the one where you did hear the clip, because that'll probably be a little easier. But and then we're going to talk about listening skills and paying attention to things when you don't necessarily hear right. And we've had some issues with that, I know, in class. People thinking they heard something or thinking they saw something, but they didn't hear what was said. And then there's miscommunication. So I want to kind of deal with that at the end. We'll talk about it a little bit, probably talk about it more tomorrow as we get into more on listening and speaking, and we're going to actually talk about some paraphrasing as well. So I'll see you in class later, and let's go watch our clips.